Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank, Wilkinson, Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Zaxby's Friends, Family, Flavor. With your host, Chris Delambert, only on the NFHS Network, brought to you by New Image Media.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm Chris Delambert, and with me, my good friend Hector, the marketing director, all things communications for Zaxby's here throughout the region. I know you guys had a big trunk or treat event down in Fayetteville this past weekend. How'd that go?
Oh, it was great. You know, I enjoyed it last year, and doing it this year again was really fun. It started at 10. It was a little slow at first, and then once 11 hit, it wouldn't stop till like 1 o'clock.
What?
And yeah, there was hundreds of kids that actually came out. I was surprised, and plentiful of, good costumes. So that was also the fun of it.
All right, very good. So you didn't come in costume. I'm a little
let
down by that.
I'm sorry. I kind of broke half of my costume.
What?
I broke half of my costume, and we'll just leave it at that.
I don't even know where to go with.
Plastic. It's very not very durable.
So at the trunk or treat event, were you distributing candy or were you collecting candy?
I didn't give up trick or treating until I was 19. So by then I was like, you know what? I don't need candy. I've given myself enough throughout these years. So.
See, I don't even know that I've given it up because every year, we buy loads of candy and we give out about 3/4 of what we bought, and the rest of it just disappears out of the house over time.
Oh God, yeah.
I don't know where it went. Yeah. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't need to go trick or treating. I do it right from the house. And instead of a costume, I've just got a debit card. And it works even better.
That's the same way.
So how goes the chicken sandwich war?
Oh, I haven't heard much from it. Everyone's been really quiet lately for some reason. I'm not sure why.
It seems like everybody's stabilized, man. Every restaurant in the country kind of came out with their chicken sandwich.
Yeah. So now
it's like, all right.
It's like, all right, well, who's gonna bring the next big thing? I don't know. Maybe I'll stack 2 chicken sandwiches on top of each other. We'll see. Zaxby's. There you go. Gave you an idea.
I'm 100% down.
There you go.
All right.
Double chicken patty.
I love it, man. There's we'd just call it Hector's double. Yeah. I can dig it.
Yeah, there you go.
So the sad part about the chicken sandwich wars is that it used to be month after month you came in and you're like, we got something new.
Yeah.
Check this out. And whether it was a salad, whether it was a different type of sandwich, whatever the case might be. But when do we get back into a rhythm where you guys are rolling out, new products and trying things out?
Well,
Any ideas?
Yeah, a promotion that actually came out about, I think, 2 weeks ago, and I forgot to mention it, was the Grade 8 boneless promotion, which actually surprised me because every time I eat a boneless wing meal, you get 5 wings with every meal.
Okay.
Now you get 8 for an extra $1. And those extra 3 actually make a good difference. I mean, you get... It feels a lot better to me. I hate lingering, with like, oh man, I want an extra boneless, but I don't have it. Now I do.
So for an extra $1 on any of the boneless wing meals, instead of 5, you get 8.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm thinking that because I'm not gonna lie, 5, that doesn't move the needle for me.
Yeah.
8 sounds like a good lunch.
And it's like 10's too much if you remove the 2. There you go.
I don't know. 10 might be too much for you, man. 10's just getting me started. But
they probably went through they probably had like hundreds of people. It's like, all right, do you want 8, 7, 10? Well, what works?
All right.
So I think 8 was the magic number.
Man, we've been friends for a long time. Why don't I get onto any of these focus groups? Surely you can put my name in the kitty.
I wish I could get on the focus groups. They just come out with things out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, we have a new thing now? All right, well, hey.
All right, very good. So any events on the horizon? What's going
on? With the holidays coming up, we're really expecting catering to pick up. So that's kind of being our focus. And as the year rolls up, we're just coming up with, what's going to happen next year.
Okay.
But, this weekend, actually, I'm going to say I'm going to run the 5K, but I'm not. We have a 5K at the Apple Orchard in Randolph County.
Okay.
Near our Ashboro store. It starts at 9 a.m. And it's going to be a 5K, 10K. It's a beautiful run. And the apples are still out there. So they sell the greatest apple cider I've ever tasted. So if you ever get a chance to go down there this weekend, Saturday, that's the place to be.
on? All right, Saturday, 9 a.m. And to be clear, you are not going to run in the 5K.
I want to say that I prepared for it, but I really haven't been. Especially after Halloween. I mean, I lied. I didn't give up candy. It was just there. I didn't give it all out.
All right, very good. All right, and if anybody wants more information on that, where's the best place to go check it out on the
Best
web?
place to check it out is on finishlineracing.com. That's the best place you can check it out. If not, we'll also have it promoted on our social medias on Facebook.
All right, very
So
good.
you'll hear it.
Remember, for the holidays, if you're interested in catering, go to Zaxby's.com. Easy. It's a real easy process. I say it all the time. Everything goes better with chicken fingers. Everything, period, full stop. Hector, thanks for hanging out. It's been a great regular season. We got a couple more weeks left in us. Thanks to Zaxby's for all their support. And we will see you next week, sir.
I'm excited.
All right. We'll see you on the other side of the break. This is the Zaxby's Coaches Show.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
All right, welcome back. I don't know what we're going to talk about during this segment because I'm fixated on this car. Around, we're facing the other direction. It's thrown me off a little bit, but now I'm looking at this beautiful blue Camaro. You can talk specs and bore me to death. I want to know about that blue, man.
Yes, Rapid Blue.
Rapid Blue.
Rapid Blue. It's we order vehicles when there's new colors. We just have a little swatch, and it's in a little folder, so we really can't tell obviously can't tell what it's going to look like on a car. Sometimes we have to go outside and get in the sunlight and get different angles to kind of see what it looks like. But I tell you, that thing's a hit. It's gorgeous, and the best thing about it is it's already sold. So,
of course, I mean, yeah, of course it is.
Yeah.
I just want, man, that blue is perfect for the state of North Carolina because it's the perfect cross between Carolina blue and Duke blue.
Yeah,
and it's fantastic,
yeah,
man. I want to paint my house that color now.
Yeah, well, all you painters out there, man, hook him up.
I got you, man. That is a fantastic car. So that Camaro's already gone. When's the next one coming in? Any ideas?
We've got a couple more coming in soon. Yeah, we've got a lot of vehicles that are in transit. So things are looking up. We're getting more vehicles in.
All right, this is your chance, man, to like nerd out completely car. Talk about horsepower. Talk about the. Tell me about that car.
So it's a 22. So it's a 6.2 liter V8. Paired with a 10-speed transmission, which is amazing. It's an automatic, obviously, so that thing really gets through the gears really well. The shift points are amazing. You can barely feel them. It's 455 horsepower, so I think top speed is probably up 180 or so. But we'd need some help getting to the airport drag strip to test that out. There's really nowhere to do that around here. But yeah, that's still a muscle car. You don't see those as much anymore.
I thought I might have had you stumped, but you didn't let me down. But you
that
seamlessly with no notes, you just plowed through.
We've got some Camaro guys here that actually our sales manager Alex has a 1LE performance package Camaro, and Justin, one of our salespeople, Justin Johnson, has one as well. So a yellow one and a blue, a darker blue than that. So
isn't it wild how the Camaro is in sort of, you know, American iconography, because you got the Mustang and the Corvette, which are, you know, timeless. But Camaro's been around just as long, and that's not going anywhere, is it?
Actually, they're building it out in the next couple of years. That they're kind of moving away from them.
Come on.
Yeah.
I just ruined it, man.
They went away from them for a while, and they came back probably. I think 2010 was the first year back after a little hiatus.
I remember the 2010s. That was an interesting little ride.
Yep. So I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? Everything's going electric. So Mustang's got the electric option now. So we'll see what happens. But muscle car and Chevrolet and Camaro is kind of that's where it's at. So A lot of fun to drive these cars.
Yeah, no
A lot
doubt.
of fun.
No doubt. So the Rapid Blue, is that an available color for anything else, or is that strictly on the Camaros?
It's Camaro and probably Corvette.
Okay.
It's very limited. It's very limited. Yep.
I'm a little sad about that, man.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Well, we can order you one, and you can look at it as much as you want.
Okay. All right, we might have to. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah, we got you covered, man.
All right, very good. So, every time we talk, you're talking about how good the market is right now for used cars. That's still the same.
Yeah, I bought another one off the street today. Now, when I say I buy it off the street, I had a customer come in, actually two today. Come in, they want to sell their vehicle.
Okay.
So bought two today. We need all the inventory we can get, so that's another avenue. It's really a nice avenue to be able to take.
All right, very good. Talk about financing options right now.
Rates are good, man. We have several lenders that we deal with that are good to us. So rates are as low as they've ever been. You know, you can get down in the low twos for shorter terms. So that's a really strong interest rates.
You said something about electric earlier. Talk about where, from GM's sort of point of view, what's going on that you guys can talk about. What are you aware of in terms of the shift to, you know, hybrids or straight electric? What do you foresee for GM?
Well, it's way up on their list, if not the top priority. So Cadillac they're going totally electric in the next few years. Everything else is moving towards it as well. We've got the Bolt EUV. Just everything's moving that way. It's going to happen. We've obviously, this is a brand new facility. We have charging stations already here. We have more charging stations that will be installed in the next, probably in the next 12 months. That's a Cadillac deal. We had to meet the specs for that. So it's going in that direction. It's there.
So the charging stations you guys put in, obviously folks that you know have those vehicles work something out of the house. How many people actually come and like plug up on a regular basis to your charging station?
Good question. We haven't had too many yet, but as you see more cars, as we sell more electric cars, it'll be. I suspect we'll have more company here charging up. Yeah, we have a couple of different charging stations. We have one station that's over here on the side that charges pretty fast.
Really?
The higher voltage, yeah.
And how long does it take you to full charge?
That one's probably half hour, 45 minutes,
Really?
I would say. Yeah.
Okay.
And this one's a little slower out here. And the ones you get installed in your home, GM has contracts with companies that you can call and set up. They'll come and install them in your home. So everybody's moving towards it.
So is there a set voltage that you're using at the house, or is it sort of, this is what you get at the house?
There's a set voltage. I don't recall what it is right now, but there is a set voltage. We got the Hummer coming out too. That's all electric.
I didn't know.
Yeah, that's all electric. That'll be here really soon.
Wow.
Yeah, so we were on a dealer call not too long ago, and someone actually physically saw it and said it just blew them away.
Wow.
It was much nicer than what they anticipated. So that's exciting.
All right, world keeps changing, man.
Yeah, it does. It's hard for me to wrap my brain around a pickup truck that's electric, but hey, we'll see where we're at.
Yeah, we're old guys, man, but we'll try to keep up.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
All right, very good. Anything else you'd like to talk about, sir?
No, just congratulations to Lee Senior. I heard it was a good game the other night, and Southern Lee, I heard they're extremely young and headed in the right direction. So I know their coach is here. I hear he's doing a great job, and sometimes that hill looks kind of steep to climb, but with the right leadership, I know they'll get there. And good luck to Lee Senior this weekend. That's exciting.
All of that is accurate, and of course, Lee County will be on next, headed to the playoffs. As a 5 seed.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun for the next couple of weeks.
It's fun.
And who knows, chips fall the right way.
Yeah.
No idea where they might find themselves.
Well, look at the Braves. The Braves were kind of dead in the water, and now they're one game from winning it all. So
I know.
Kids pull it together and follow the leadership, and things fall their way. You never know what can happen.
It's all about getting hot at the right time.
That's exactly right. So it's
all
exciting.
Right. Well, thanks to you and everybody here at Wilkinson for hosting us through this entire season and on through the postseason, as long as that rolls. And if you're in the market for a car, new, used, or otherwise, come on down to Wilkinson Cadillac. They've got what you need. Come come see this blue Camaro. I mean, I
better
don't
come
know how
quick.
anybody can look at that and not want one. It's an
Yeah.
amazing piece of machinery. I'm Chris. We'll see you on the other side.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
Head coach Steve Burdeau, Lee County Yellow Jackets coach, wrapped it up in style, 42-0 over your crosstown rival Southern Lee, and now you're on to the playoffs.
Yes, sir.
Now, things are a little bit different than they've been in the past with seeding and all the rest of that. With one automatic seed to the 3A teams in these split conferences, you guys had a pretty good idea where you were going to land seeding wise, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you land at the 5 seed. Means you're guaranteed at least one home game. You win, you get a second home game, and then we see what goes. I mean, I know you're not looking that far into the future, but you got West Johnson to start this thing out. Talk about the challenge that West Johnson poses this Friday night.
I think one thing that stood out on film on them is they're a physical team up front. Offensive line-wise, they're one of the better ones we've seen, and they kind of embrace that as a team. They have a quarterback that runs the ball. They have a good running back, and they're willing to just kind of grind it out a little bit.
So, at other levels of football, the NFL, college football, you're looking at travel and all the rest of that, where your airplanes and hotels and so on and so forth. High school football, you don't necessarily always think of home field advantage, but it's a bus ride, it's a long day, all the rest of that. Talk about what home field advantage means in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think first thing, everybody hopefully fills out the stands. I think that makes it easier. The crowd that we're going to have doesn't have to go anywhere. Hopefully the local businesses get some places, getting some gas and getting some food. But I think us being able to be in our regular routine, eating in the cafeteria, doing our pregame meal, having a walk through in the gym, all that stuff lines up. And even for West Johnson, it's not that far of a ride. So it's not bad for either of us.
Got it. So coming out of here, a couple of key injuries throughout the year. How do you guys feel health-wise that you come into the playoffs?
Yeah, I think we're about where we were going into last Friday. Still have a couple guys waiting to see banged up that are going through rehab. We would love to get them back, but the other guys that have stepped in have done a really good job. So our injuries have allowed us to build some depth throughout and allowed us to be a little bit more multiple in some spots. So it would be nice to add guys to it to be even more multiple.
We've talked pros and cons about the conference alignment with where you find yourself in 24 East. You ever been in a conference that had 5 teams in the playoffs?
I don't know if I've ever been in a conference that has this good of 5 teams. I think sometimes the way the rules have worked, maybe there has been, but I think there's 5 really good football teams.
So Richmond goes into the 4A playoffs as a 1 seed. Pinecrest and Hoke also get at-large bids. Of course, you guys come out with the automatic 3A bid, and Scotland. A little surprised Scotland was a 23. Were you?
Just looking at the way the RPI worked out, that's about where they were looking. I didn't look and see who they played in the first round, but I think they're going to be a tough out for somebody. They'll be traveling, but
I don't think anybody's looking at the bracket thinking, "Oh, we get Scotland."
Glad we get them, right?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how far they do. I don't know, 23 RPI. I get that, but there's no chance in this wonderful world that Scotland is the 23rd best 3A team in the East.
No, sir.
That's just not a case. But the math is what the math is, and the rules are what the rules are. So you talked about the game this weekend. Kickoff 7:30?
Kickoff 7:30.
All right, kickoff 7:30. Crowd's got to come out. Got to come out, right? Yeah. What do they need to do to get tickets in advance of Friday's game?
So we're still rolling GoFan. Tickets are still going to be on there. Should be throughout the playoffs. Log in, click out in Lee County. The tickets are already there, ready to be active. There's no passes that get you in, so it's all tickets on GoFan this week.
All right, get your tickets. Come on out. This is the beginning of what hopefully is a long run into the playoffs. As always, every year since you've been here, the goal is a state championship.
Yes,
you're a team that, if you guys get hot, can beat anybody in the state. I'm excited about the next few weeks. I know you are too, but business starts this weekend with West Johnston. Come on out. I'd say if you don't have anything else going on, but if you do have something else going on, cancel that and come out to the ball game, 7:30 at Paul B. Gay Stadium. I know you guys will be fired up coming out hitting on all 8. And I hope, just like you do, that you guys get on a roll at the right time and, you're kind of coming in with some momentum coming out of the regular season. Big win against Scotland. Then you get the Brick City Bowl. Anything else you'd like to add?
I thought we had a really good crowd this past week, with the support throughout. And I think if we pack it up, the band will be out there playing, the cheerleaders will be there, the crowd, the swarm. Hopefully the swarm's there too.
Love it, man. Love it. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back and give away some hardware. You're watching the Zaxby's Coaches Show.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
All right, welcome back to Zaxby's Coaches Show. Coach, you got a swarm of jackets rolled out here on set. Why don't you do the honors?
All right, so first off, our defensive player of the week, Aaron Wallace. Aaron's a senior, plays DB for us, had 2 picks in the game, returned one of them. Throughout the year has made big plays all over the field. So just another great job by Aaron. Tyreek was our offensive player of the game. Tyreek's doing stuff a little bit all over the field, offense, defense, and special teams. Not a newcomer to the coaches show. It's a familiar face. And Dylan was our scholar athlete of the week. Dylan actually blocked the kick at the end of the game, but Dylan's been a dude that's worked his butt off. He's also a wrestler, another multi-sport guy. So that's the guys we have.
Aaron Wallace, it's been a few weeks since you were on the show, but the last time you were here, I asked you, and number 2 wasn't standing beside you. Who's the fastest who's the fastest player on the team?
Aaron Wallace.
Very good. Very good.
We just had a conversation about this back then.
So I don't know who's watching at home, but I've been telling people all for the last 6 weeks that Coach hasn't been playing you on offense because he wants to keep you off tape and roll you out there in the playoffs. So I'm looking for at least one good tunnel for you. You ready to come out and play a little bit of offense?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Number 2,
What's up?
Tyreek McKendall. You running out of trophy. You running out of space, man. I don't know how many. You have any idea how many of those trophies you have?
Oh, no.
You got to be double digits.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
Easily.
I am running out of space, though.
All right.
Oh, no,
Well, I think come next year you'll be collecting trophies at another level. Any update on where you're going to play ball on Saturdays?
I haven't decided yet.
You haven't decided? You gonna break the news here on this show when you do decide?
I mean, hey, that's possible.
I'm 100% for it. We'll get the hats out on the table and everything. All you have to say the word.
I'll let you know.
All right. Very good, Coach. You got a great group of kids here.
Yes, sir.
These young men going to do great things in life, but that's for down the road.
Yes, sir.
For the next 4 or 5 weeks, it's time to get it on. What's you guys' goal this year?
State.
Championship for sure.
Got it. What do you all know about West Johnston? I know that it's a school that's not very far from here. Yeah. I'm sure that you guys played some youth ball against them and the rest, and I'm sure that you're watching tape already. Yeah. What do you see from West Johnston on film?
That they got some great athletes, and that they got a really good O-line. So it's like, they're going to have athletes all over the field. So that's something to keep an eye out on.
Pretty solid team.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Well, we hope for a Jackets win this weekend.
Yeah, for sure.
Guys, keep it going. Coach, you got anything to add?
Hope to see y'all next week.
All right, get your tickets. Get on out there to Paul B. Gay and support the Jackets. This is going to be a great run. I got a feeling about this team. I got a feeling you guys haven't peaked yet.
Sounds good to me.
All right, very good. We'll be back on the other side of the break with Southern Lee coming up next. Yeah, the Southern Lee Cavaliers. I'm Chris. This is Coach. See you on the other side of the break.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
Pentair.
empowering people to move water, improve water, enjoy water, so that people can live their best, healthiest lives. Lives with purpose. Lives with enjoyment. Lives that flourish. Lives with hope. Because at Pentair, we're not just about better water. We're about better life. Pentair, bringing water to life, for life.
All right, welcome back to Zaxby's Coaches Show, joined now by Coach Mike McClure, the Southern League Cavaliers. Coach, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm good. This season on scoreboard, not a lot went the way you wanted it to, but I know how much joy and how much pride you take in helping raise these young men and turn them into the men they're bound to become. At the end of a season like this, you go through that last Friday, got to be a little bit of sadness though, right?
Yeah. Like I said, like telling these young men, basically just told them they, even though the record didn't reflect, come out the way that we wanted it to, they still learned a lot of lessons out of this season. More lessons than they possibly could have won if they had a winning season. That's going to carry them on through life. That's going to teach them. That's going to, the biggest things they learned perseverance. Like I told them, they could have easily quit, after losing as many as we lost. But they came back every Monday, came back listen. They came back and gave the same effort week in and week out. And to me, that says a lot about them character-wise. And I'm just glad I was able to, keep motivating them and keep pushing them in that right direction.
Got it. And I agree with everything you said. In particular, I mean, you're only going to have in any conference one conference champ. Doesn't matter whether you came in second or wherever the case might be. The drills, the camaraderie, the life lessons, all that's more important than what's going on the scoreboard on any given Friday. In the very short term, what do the next couple of weeks look like for you and your program in terms of, rolling into next year and an off-season program? What happens next?
Well, they understand that they're required to play another sport. So, half are playing basketball, half are going to wrestle. If they want to swim, I'm fine with them swimming. If they want to be a part of the bowling team that popped up, they can go bowl, but they need to do something that's pushing them competitive-wise, and so that they're not sitting around the house, but they understand that they need to be involved in doing something. I will be going around making sure that they are in something, because I think in order to be a good football player, you got to be multiple. You got to play multiple sports. I really want them to wrestle, because that gives them that one-on-one toughness that is you and somebody else in front of you. And at times we lack that on the field. And I think it'll help a lot of our younger guys to get that dog in them and that type of mentality where it's me and you, and it ain't going to be me today.
Got it. So you'll be rolling into, this is season 2, so you're rolling into your third year. What do you want to work on with you and your staff? Where does that look like development-wise?
Really biggest thing is next year, really just want to try to have a JV team for next year. Is very important. We can't ask these incoming freshmen to come in, step in, and play varsity again. If we want to head into the right direction, we got to have enough kids come out within the building, within the school. We're going to be recruiting, through the halls just to get more kids out, because I think we win some games if our numbers are in the right place. But it's all lesson learned. School's just getting back in, so a chance for us to walk the halls and actually see who we have, versus the spring season that we wasn't able to do that. So just looking forward to building a JV team and then having a varsity team as well.
Yeah, got to be a little relief for you that you actually get a normal turnaround, get to take a breath, try to bring in some new hires on the coaching staff and round that staff out instead of, last year you guys just flipped it. I mean, you finished playing and it was like, all right, we're cranking up, getting ready to play right again. It's been a joy to be around the young men on your ball club to see the perseverance, to see the positive attitude, even fighting through adversity. And I think there's a lot of life lessons been taught, and that's a credit to you and your program. Anything you'd like to add before we go to break and then bring out some awardees?
No, just like I said, I commend these young men for showing up week in and week out. It can't be, it couldn't have been easy going to school, dealing with the peers who feel as if they're losing and just being around a lot of negative energy. But, they tuned it out and they kept showing up each and every day. So that's all I could ask for them.
I do want to ask, how many preseason non-conference games do you guys have laid on already for next year, or is that
well? It would be the same. It would be the same 4. So we were scheduled 4, but we had to. We was in the COVID protocol against Fairmont, so we didn't get that game. But that's already lined up, and we'll play that next year as well. So it's 4 non-conference games.
All right, very good. All right, Coach Mike McClure. I'm Chris. We'll take a break. We'll be back and give some trophies away just after these messages.
Lamco Homes. From concept to design, constructed to fit your lifestyle. We use only top quality finishes to make our house your home. Lamco Homes. Our standards are others' options. WilkinsonCars.com. Come visit us at our new location in Sanford. With the same great staff and the same great service. Test drive one of our many different vehicles. Check out our state-of-the-art service department and collision center, where our team can have you back on the road in no time. We're right across from Walmart at 3335 North Carolina 87 South. Schedule your appointment online at WilkinsonCars.com or call us at 919-842-3322. We guarantee we're the place to be at Wilkinson Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC. We are professional grade.
All right, welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. Coach, you got a couple of Cavaliers out here, your offensive and defensive players of the game. If you'd be so kind as to introduce them, please.
All right. Offensively, I think he was on the show last week, back again 2 times in a row. Christian Matthews played running back, had 30 carries, over 100 yards this week, ran the ball extremely well. Once he hit the hole, he just kept going, and I thought he was going to break a few, but had a lot of long runs this week. And then defensively, we have Josh Stone, who's normally seen on the offensive side of the ball, but making this coming tonight on defense. He had 10 tackles from his free safety position. So, we felt he was deserving of tonight.
All right, let's start with Mr. Stone. A 3A quarterback playing safety. We don't see too much two-way play from quarterbacks. Talk about the challenge that poses, or was it something you enjoyed?
I mean, it was just a switch. The defense was new to me overall. Like, I've never played in my life, but it's just a new switch, and I just tried to do it. Just do it.
All right, well, 10 tackles, I mean, that's pretty impressive first time out. How much defense have you played over the course of your life?
It's my first year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's impressive, jump out there and get that many tackles. Mr. Matthews, so you put up 100 yards on a defense that doesn't give up yards easily. Talk about the game in general.
Well, I'm not gonna lie, it was like a rough game, but I feel like we actually did good, especially for the offense line to make a hole for me so I can hit it, get some few yards, All
right, what sport are you guys? You guys gonna play a sport this off season?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
What are you gonna play?
I'm gonna run track.
All right, what events do you want to run?
I was trying to run a 100-yard dash. And anything else?
Anything else?
Yeah.
Mr. Stone, how about you?
I run track and I play basketball.
All right. So what event do you run in track?
I mean, I do almost everything. Like when it comes to track.
Are you the fastest guy on the team?
Most definitely.
I was gonna say I'd put my money on you. No offense to anybody else, including you, Mr. Matthews. And at the basketball court, what position do you play?
I play guard. I play the 2.
All right. What's basketball season gonna look like for Southern this year?
Yeah, we just culture at Southern when it comes to basketball. It's the same.
You guys got a conference championship in you this year?
Oh yeah.
All right. Very good. Coach, you got a fine group of young men. Anything else you'd like to add before we say goodbye?
No, I just appreciate you having me week in, week out. It's been a joy to be here.
Well, we appreciate you coming out, and here's to a great off season and a great 2023. I guess will be next season. It's kind of weird. Coach Mike McClure,
I appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out.
All right.
Guys, congratulations. We'll see you on the other side of the break with Union Pines Vikings.
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Are you ready to sell your home and don't know which realtor to choose? Well, not all realtors are the same. I'm Crystal Copas, and I don't just stick a sign in the yard, throw it in the MLS, and hope to collect a commission. I provide a customized marketing plan that includes professional staging, photography, videography, and drone at no cost to you. Contact me, Crystal Copas, with RE/MAX Real Estate Service, and let's get your house sold. 919-356-5402 or visit me at crystalcopas.com.
All right, welcome back to Zaxby's Coaches Show. A little change of pace. Head coach Jason Drusdale not with us tonight. Instead, we have the offensive coordinator, Ryan Giggey. How many years you been at Union Pines now?
That's my second season at Union Pines.
It seems like you've been there longer than that. Is it really only 2 years?
It's only been 2 years, but I'm a Moore County guy. I've been teaching my whole career in Moore County schools, and I started off my career coaching at Pinecrest High School, and then I got my first offensive coordinator opportunity at Northmore. So I've been around the county, so that might be why it seems that way.
I guess so. So this has been a wonky year, I guess, for the lack of a better term. You guys have had tough matchups with the new conference. There's been, bringing a new quarterback, the short turnaround, all of that, and you guys have done everything on offense.
Right.
I mean, I've seen literally every conceivable alignment and strategy. But if you had your druthers and had a full off season, like going into next year, what would you want to see in terms of style from your offense? What kind of offensive coordinator would you consider yourself to be?
Well, I think considering the situation that we're in, we need to be a ball control offense. We need to be a running team first, like we've tried to be this year, so that we can shorten ball games and remain competitive. We're going to take some time this off season and really reflect on what we did well, what we struggled with, and how we can improve to really, hone in on what our kids can do well and be successful. But make no mistake, Coach Truesdale and myself want to pound the rock to shorten those games and keep us in the most competitive position possible. I will say, without necessarily going into the specifics of a scheme, it needs to be something that is simple and that we can rep highly and get good at. And then we can protect those schemes or whatever we choose to run with things like formations, shifts, and motions and play action passing.
Yeah, all the shifts and the motion, all that stuff, it's really just window dressing. It's all about what you're executing out of base. I know that, so you were there the last season for Coach Lonnie Cox before he moved on down the road, and I know that an emphasis for him was to get in the weight room, but then this whole COVID thing and everything else, and you guys had a short off season. I'm sure that getting in the gym and getting some weight onto some of these young men is a priority. Talk about what that looks like and the kind of time and energy that has to be invested to bulk these guys up.
Right. I think a lot of people don't understand that when it comes to high school sports, and the weight room is where you win and lose ball games, no matter the sport you play. That's how you help build athletes to the best of their ability. For us, with the COVID struggles going back into 2020, that limited us just because there were so many restrictions on keeping kids in the weight room. Now we can get a full squad in there as long as we're wearing a mask because we're indoors. And for us, we're giving our kids about 2 weeks to just kind of decompress, take some time to yourself, and just not worry about football. But then we're opening that thing up, and it is expected that our young men are in that weight room 4 days a week starting in a couple of weeks if you're not in a weightlifting course with our strength and conditioning coach at Union Pines, because that's the only way we can really hang with some of these teams that we're playing. I mean, it's the cream of the crop in the state of North Carolina, and like I said, the games are won and lost in that weight room. So they're going to get some time off, but then we have to really hit it strong, and it's an expectation they will be in there. And we're excited about what's coming up, and we've got a group that really is bought into it, and I think we're going to be okay.
Well, you guys kind of where I was going with Coach McClure in the previous segment. You guys are in an interesting mix because Union Pines coming into any particular season for the next few years, you got to play Pinecrest, you got to play Richmond, you got to play Lee County. And, if you can steal a win there from one of those squads, if you can pick off a Hope County, if you guys can get 2 or 3 conference wins, 2 conference wins, to be honest, if your preseason, your non-conference schedule is structured correctly, or I'm not going to say correctly, but if it falls the right way, if you can pick off some wins in there, you can come out of this conference as the second 3A team and get into the playoffs. And regardless of what your record might look like, you come in with 4 or 5 losses in conference play. If you can get, after having played that type competition, and get into the 3A playoffs, you guys can do some damage. What is the thought process as you move into next year in terms of what you're going to try to accomplish in the preseason?
Well, I think for us, we need to worry about ourselves.
Okay.
And we know the reality is we're playing the best of the best. But we embrace that challenge. And even though it was a really hard season, if you ask any of these young men or anybody on our team, the opportunity to get to play the best has actually fired us up for the opportunity. And it's going to be very difficult. I mean, there's no doubt about it. But we've had some great success on the JV team this year. Went 4-2, averaged about 26, 27 points per game, played great defense. These guys are all in. These are some of the most committed young men on the team. I know Josiah is a senior, so he won't be back. But their leadership and setting the standard with their commitment to the team and in the weight room, that's fueling the passion to succeed for our younger players. So it's just going to be an intrinsic thing for us. We're going to focus on what we can control, and we're gonna schedule tough opponents so we're battle tested and we can go toe to toe with the Goliaths of our conference. But we're not going to bow down or lay down to the competition. And that's something that even in some of the harder losses that we took this year, if you go back and look at the film, our kids didn't quit.
Yeah.
So we're going to use that as a springboard into next season. We're not going to quit. Now we're going to finish because we're going to be bigger, stronger, and faster, and we're going to get after it.
Well, you said something pivotal there. You guys as coaches, you run out of speeches at some point, and obviously you set the tone. But if you don't have buy-in from the locker room,
right,
I mean, you can say whatever you like. And that's one thing about Union Pines over the last few years, and we see it now, is that you've got a group of young men who are no nonsense. They're focused. And even through adversity, those guys were out there hitting, popping, doing what they could do. So yeah, it's good times ahead for Union Pines. I'm excited about what you and the rest of the staff can do over there. We're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back, and we'll give away some hardware. And I feel like these guys are eyeballing me, man, and they're going to come across the table because you found the 3 toughest guys on the team to bring with you. Is that what happened?
Oh, absolutely.
All right. We'll see you on the other side of the break.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. Hi, I'm David Fashee, and we are First Bank.
Lamco Homes. From concept to design, constructed to fit your lifestyle. We use only top quality finishes to make our house your home. Lamco Homes. Our standards are others' options.
All right, welcome back to Zaxby's Coaches Show. Offensive coordinator Ryan Giggey. How many coaches you guys got on staff in Union Pines this year?
We're around 10 to 12 right now, and we're very fortunate in that regard that we have a coach for every position, and they're good quality men. I mean, they're the type of role models you want. They really set a good standard for the kids in terms of character that we want our young men to have. And so it's been a true blessing to have them.
Can't ask for much more than that. All right, Coach, you got these three gentlemen here. Why don't you introduce them?
So first we have Oliver Cooper, who's played a little bit of outside linebacker and tight end. He's also looking very dapper with his coat on today, but he's one of the hardest working kids in the weight room. Plays very physical football, and I think he's really coming into his element in terms of how we want to play at Union Pines. In the middle we have Josiah Sauls, and he's a true representation of what it means to be a Viking football player. He's embraced his role every season that he's played, and no matter what's asked of him, he's going to get it done with everything that he's got. And I was really excited, and we all were, for when he scored his first touchdown as a Viking on the last time he was able to get on the field. So. And then last in the tie, we have Brody Tranel, who's he's the man. I wish I had that kind of flow on my head, but he's definitely a heck of a safety for us, very cerebral, understands what he has to do. Even when he messes up, he comes off the field and he says, Coach, X, Y, and Z, this is what I need to do differently to make that play next time. And he's super coachable. And, I think all three of these young men, they're awesome to have in our program.
All right, guys, generally – talk about this season with the challenges you faced, with the quick turnaround from last year, new conference, anything y'all. This is your chance to riff and say whatever you'd like to say.
I think we just need a break for a while. The quick turnaround from spring to fall, it was only like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, and it had to be hectic because you guys, how much did the system change when you changed head coaches?
Changed a lot.
Yeah, sure.
All right, you guys looking forward to being in the weight room because Coach didn't sound like he was playing. You guys ready to get in there right now?
For sure. Yes, sir.
All right, very good. So as we move into the next part of the year, any of you guys play other sports?
Yes, sir, I do. I play rugby with a Sandhills team.
What? All right, he looks like a rugby player.
Oh,
doesn't
yeah, he is.
All right, very good. How long have you been playing rugby?
It's my second year now.
All right, very good. All right, that's the real tough guys right there. Guys, it's been a long sort of, I don't know, mushed together 2 seasons. It's even hard to tell the difference between the two. Here's a well-deserved break, and you guys take advantage of this off season, and we'll be interested to see what Union Pines can get done next year. You're a credit to your school, and we appreciate you being on. Coach, anything you'd like to say in closing?
I just appreciate the opportunity to be on here with you again. It means a lot that you guys would allow our young men to be on this show and represent Union Pines High School, even out here in Sanford. And I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
Man, we wouldn't do it without you at this point. All right, this has been the Zaxby's Coaches Show. We got the Brick City Bowl coming on after the show. Stay tuned. Check out the replay of the Lee County Southern Lee matchup from this past weekend. I won't spoil it for you. If you haven't been watching the show, you may actually not know who won. We will be at Lee County this Friday night. 7:30's kickoff will be the NFHS Game of the Week, I am sure, as West Johnston comes in to deal with these Lee County Yellow Jackets. Not going to lie, I think the Jackets are going to roll. But tune in, check us out on the NFHS Network. I'm Chris. This is Coach. We're out.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by First Bank, Wilkinson, Chevy, Cadillac, Buick, GMC, and Zaxby's. Friends, family, flavor. With your host, Chris Delambert. Only on the NFHS Network. Brought to you by New Image Media.